When it comes to your planning, the city you're going to is one of the biggest plans you would make because it will determine how much money you would make a month and how much you will spend and how much you will save at the end of the day. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chinemere. If you are stopping by for the first time, hello, you are most welcome. Please do well to like this video, share and subscribe to my channel. And to my returning subscribers, you are amazing. Thank you for coming back. So in this video, I will tell you the 10 best cities to live in the UK as a student or even as a worker. So you can watch to the end so that you know the 10 cities you should look out for when you want to study or work in the UK. The first city on my list is Sheffield. Sheffield is making it as number one on my list because from all my research, they seem to be coming off as the cheapest everywhere. For me, number one is Sheffield. Averagely, you could spend around 400 to 500 pounds a month on rent and about 40 to 50 pounds on transportation for a month. It was ranked the 17th city with the most employability rate in the UK. That means they've got so many jobs in the city. The University of Sheffield is also cheap, so it's not as costly as other universities, and there is maximum support. So if you're looking to come to the UK soon, then you may consider Sheffield. The second one is Glasgow. Glasgow is the capital of Scotland and it is said to be 43% cheaper than London. On average, you could get your monthly rent at £550 per month. Cost of living when it comes to food and other groceries are fairly cheap in Glasgow as well. It's not as costly as some cities in England. I wouldn't really compare the drink and food cost a lot because it's almost the same in all cities, apart from African food items, which may be a lot cheaper in one city, like a lot cheaper in London, than it will be in other cities. But that notwithstanding, it is still almost the same. So how much you spend depend wholly on you, on how much you consume. You could spend roughly £47 on your monthly transport. It's fairly okay, isn't it? It's fairly okay. Glasgow was ranked ninth city with high employability rate in the UK. That means there are so many jobs in Glasgow. So if you're considering coming to the UK, Glasgow should also be a destination on your mind. The third city on my list is Cambridge. Although this city is number 3 on my list, the city itself is cheap, but the tuition fee for the University of Cambridge is not very cheap. So it's a kind of balance. But yes, Cambridge is actually fairly cheap. And on average, you could get a rent of 600 to 700 pounds a month. You could spend roughly 60 pounds on transportation a month. The University of Cambridge have got a really good and beautiful library, and most students go there and don't want to live there anymore. There are so many jobs in Cambridge, and it was ranked the third city in the UK with the most employability rate. So you might as well consider Cambridge if you're looking to come to the UK soon. The fourth one is Birmingham. Birmingham is a fairly big city and is quite close to London. And food, especially like African foods, they are very cheap. Due to its proximity to London, you could spend about 500 to 600 pounds a month for your rent. Depending, this is just an average. You remember, if you are renting a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, it will always vary. So yeah, this is just an average. You may spend roughly 50 to 100 pounds a month on feeding, depending on how you eat and how many you are in your family. Birmingham was ranked the 10th city with the most employability rate in the UK, both students and workers. So if you're looking for another good destination, Birmingham should make it to your list. Fifth one is Belfast. Belfast is the capital of Northern Ireland. Belfast is very popular in the student community for its cheap cost of living. Almost everything is cheap in Belfast. The university in Belfast is Queen's University is also a good school. They have so many scholarship opportunities for international students, and the tuition fee is fairly okay. Monthly rent could be roughly £300 and £50 for transportation. Belfast was ranked the fourth city with the highest employability rate in the UK. So if you're looking to study in the UK and you want to get a job as soon as possible, you might as well consider Belfast. And if you are looking to work in the UK, Belfast is also a destination you should consider. The sixth one is Durham. Durham is quite dominated by international students, so yeah, the social life there should be a bit balanced. If you could make friends easily, people to interact with, right? So whether you go there as a worker or as a student, you could have a fairly balanced social life. The cost of living in Durham is averagely okay. You could spend around £400 a month on rent and about £60 on transportation. On my ranking list, Durham did not make it to the first 20 cities in the UK with high employability rate, but I also know that you can find fair jobs in Durham as easily as possible as a student or as a worker. The seventh one on my list is Lincoln. Lincoln is a non-city in the English East Midlands. Although the University of Lincoln couldn't secure last year's top 50, but it offers a tremendous affordable life there. The cost of living in Lincoln is fairly affordable, and students find it very easy to get loans in Lincoln. Monthly rent is about £470 a month, depending on the house you are going for. And you could spend about £50 to £100 a month on feeding. Although Lincoln did not make it to the first 20 cities in the UK with high employability rate, they promise a fairly good life for students and workers. Eighth one is Cardiff. Cardiff is the capital of Wales. For most students, Cardiff is the most affordable city in the UK. And there are so many job opportunities as well as so many international students are engaged in one part-time job or the other in Cardiff. The University of Cardiff is also fairly affordable, not too costly, and they offer maximum support to international students. Monthly rent could go from £500 to £600 depending, and you could spend around £53 on transportation monthly. Cardiff did not make it to the first 20 cities in the UK with high employability rate, but they've also got so many good job opportunities there. The ninth one is Warwick. Warwick is obviously the heart of London. Warwick is a very cheap city, even though it is the heart of London. It is also very cheap to live in for both students and workers. You could spend around £400 to £500 a month on rent and about £49 for transport. Warwick is not also one of the first 20 cities in the UK with high employability rate, but it is also very good, and you can also get jobs in London and cities close to Warwick. The 10th city on my list is Manchester. Of course, Manchester had to make it to this list. Manchester is the second biggest city in the UK, and it is ranked second most affordable cities in the UK. Globally, it is ranked 51st city in terms of affordability. The University of Manchester, which is where most students in Manchester study, is ranked 29th in the whole world. You spend roughly £300 on rent and £70 on transportation. So Manchester is a beautiful place to live in, and there are so many international students in Manchester. So of course the social life there will be a bit balanced. There will be so many fun things to do in Manchester. If you are a student or a worker looking to come to the UK, then Manchester is obviously a good destination to consider. Other cities with good employability rates and are okay to go to, whether you are coming as a student or as a worker, include Edinburgh, Milton Keynes, Reading, Leeds, Southampton, Brighton, Bristol, Liverpool, Aberdeen, Oxford, Blackpool, Dundee, and Newcastle. And these cities I've mentioned made it to the first 20 cities with the highest employability rate in the UK. So consider these ones as well while considering the other 10. Now, I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Until I see you again in the next one, do take care, stay safe, and bye.